You're watching the 2024 SCAC Fall Media Days. Today, we're taking a look at the Centenary College ladies soccer program. The ladies will once again be led as they head into the season under the guidance of head coach Morgan Dorsey, along with leadership from junior Kylie Zeller. And Coach Kylie, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having us.
Coach, we'll open up with you heading into year 5 with this program. I'm interested in what you've taken the most pride in as far as the growth that you've seen within this group. Where have you seen those biggest steps, those biggest movements in terms of growth, and ultimately, how excited are you just to be back with this team and getting ready to start a new season?
Yeah, so it's been a journey. As we all know, I started during COVID, so that was difficult for every coach in the country. So it was off to a rough start, but the growth from then to now is tremendous. I think that we're kind of not necessarily moving out of the COVID stage, but we're adjusting to it. Everyone's kind of getting back to the normalcy of everything. So we're getting back into the swing of things. We're just really looking to turn a new leaf here. So we're just really excited about a brand new group, literally a brand new group, and looking forward to the season.
Kylie, coming into this year, your junior year, take me through your mindset as you approach this preseason. How have you maybe seen your role change within this group, especially, starting to really understand what coach expects day in and day out with this program, and with the new group, so some new faces, as coach mentioned. How have you kind of seen yourself grow into maybe a leadership standpoint within this team?
Yeah, so I think coming in, obviously it was very new, you know, um, doing sports in college is, very different than, what people might be used to. So I think starting off, it was just, testing the waters, make friends, like try to win some games. And then now I feel like it's kind of like my job to like make sure everyone has that same mentality, sort of.
Coach, you talk about kind of this building process, and we spoke last year about bringing in a big new group and part of building that depth within the program. And you look at this team a year ago, even though you have some new faces this year, you have a lot of experience returning. I think 6 freshmen or sophomores made 4 more starts on this team. They played in 10 or more fixtures, that group. So, how do you take those returners that were young last year, kind of getting that first taste of college experience, and now sort of taking their next step? What is that challenge you face in kind of elevating them coming into these next years, especially understanding what you expect?
Yeah, so last year I definitely threw a lot of them into the fire. They didn't know what to expect, and we faced a lot of injuries last year. So we were going into games with 0 subs, 11 players. Like it was really difficult. But I thought overall, we definitely had players that stepped up and knew their roles. But now coming into this year, they know what to expect, because they had to live it last year. So this year is very, very different. They have a different mindset coming in, and everyone just has a winning mentality. They want change, so it's going to be a good year for us.
Kylie, take me through just the vibes of camp as preseason has unfolded. What's the mood like with the team? How is this group responding to the start of the year? And what have you seen, from a team perspective that excites you as you get ready for the start of the year?
Yeah, so the vibes are different this year. I feel like everyone's been really positive. We've been really excited to start. Um, our team gets along great. We have good camaraderie among our teammates, and so I think that really helps. It helps us like how we play, how we interact. So yeah, the vibes are really good this year.
Coach, tell us about this group, this 2024 version of this ladies women's soccer program. How are the newcomers getting adjusted to your program? What have you seen from a coaching perspective, that gives you confidence? And maybe who are some of your athletes that you're going to be leaning on that you see taking big steps coming into the year?
Yeah, so this year's a little different, because the transfer portal is just a hot spot. So we're actually bringing in 6 transfers, and then we'll have 6 freshmen, and then the other half being returners. So we're bringing in a lot of knowledge, experience, leadership already, even though they're new. So that's going to help us tremendously. The freshmen are very, very new, raw, but they're all willing to learn. So Centenary does a thing called Centenary in Paris. So they were gone the entire preseason. So really, they've only been with us for 3 days. And right away, like so many upperclassmen took them under their wing. And it was like they've been with us the whole time. So.
Well, Kylie, as you've had conversations with some of the other teammates and leaders within this group about some of the goals and expectations coming into this year, what do those conversations look like? And ultimately, what do you see as being key in order to accomplishing those heading into the season?
Yeah, I think we're all pretty much on the same page. We all just want to, win some games. And I think the people on this team are going to be the ones to do it.
And finally, Coach, as we wrap up with you, one of the great things about our sports world is success can be measured in so many ways. Obviously, there's the results and statistics, but beyond kind of the lines of our playing field, there's so many metrics as well. So when you talk about success with your student athletes, your program, what is that message that you try and deliver? And ultimately, this season looks successful if what plays out to here in 2024.
Yeah, so every team is going to face new challenges and new heights. So it's how we respond to them. So if everyone has a positive attitude, coming in with a great work ethic and has a winning mentality, it gives their all ultimately, then we're going to be successful on the field and off the field. So of course, academics is always going to be number one, but at the end of the day, everyone's here to play soccer too. So we're going to be successful both on and off the field.
Centenary College head women's soccer coach Morgan Dorsey, along with leadership from junior Kylie Zeller. The ladies open up the 2024 campaign when they hit the road to face Texas Dallas on August 30th. Coach Kylie, thanks so much for joining us today, and best of luck as you head into the year.
Thank you.
Thank you.